The tale of the tape between Kiefer Crosbie and Charlie Leary. Leary with that reach advantage that we've highlighted, 7 years older. He is taller, but Crosbie surely is the coming man. He starts as favourite. Let's get to our cage announcer, Craig Stephen.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Buona serata, signore e signori, e benvenuti a Milano. And at this time, a very warm welcome to you, the viewers, joining us live on Channel 5 and around the world. Bellator MMA continues with the Euro Series, coming to you from the Allianz Cloud here in Milan, Italy. This is our opening contest. This is 3 5-minute rounds contracted at 160 pounds. It's time to meet the fighters. In the blue corner, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in at 159.2 pounds. His professional record, 16 wins, 11 defeats and 1 draw. Fighting out of Watford, England, Charlie 917 Leary.
Go, Charlie.
And across the cage, in the red corner, standing 5 foot 11 and weighing in at 159 pounds even. His professional record, 8 wins, only 1 defeat. Fighting out of the North Inner City of Dublin, Ireland, Kiefer BDK Crosbie. A referee in charge, Mr. Todd Anderson.
Been looking forward to this. 3 terrific fights. Kiefer Crosbie here looks so ready to go in those red gloves against Charlie Leary, who felt hard done to, and many agreed in that fight against Tim Wilde. Crosbie will look to dominate early already through a right hand and then a left elbow and a kick as well.
Leary doing good with the jab. I think that was key. The reach I mentioned during the walkout. He's got really tighty boxing. I feel like he needs to control the pace of this fight and not allow Kiefer Crosbie that fast start. Crosbie was very vocal. He said he didn't really have a game plan. He just wanted to go in and get a cold read and see exactly what Leary was going to give him as far as the looks.
He was frustrated by what happened earlier in the year, of course, delighted at the birth of his child, but it all happened in the same week, and it really threw him in that last fight against Yannick Furtado. He was lucky to get away with that, with a win by a split decision. Switches momentarily there. Good boxing this from Charlie Leary early on.
Absolutely, he's looking really good. He's finding the end of his reach here. Extension of the punches, particularly leading with the jab. I think those combinations are good. Kiefer Crosbie would have liked to come in here and close the distance like you can see, but he's getting tagged, Dave.
And he's been cut with one of those punches. Kiefer Crosbie, he said he was frustrated that everyone kept calling Charlie Leary tough. Been told, he says, for months now how tough he is, and he's determined to get him out of there early, but Leary is cleverer than that so far.
Again, Leary's showing the jab, not committing too much to some of these combinations. I like it. He's got to mix it up. The last thing he wants to do is walk in on a big shot.
She did there. It was a left hook from Crosbie. And Crosbie with those elbows as Leary tries to hang on. And now Crosbie opens up. What a right hand that was. He needs to pick his shots. Left hook there from Crosbie. Great power that from Kiefer Crosbie, and he kept his head as well.
It started with those elbows. That wouldn't be the first time he's finished a fight from this position. This is his kind of fight. He is open to being hit, but I'm telling you right now, Kiefer Crosbie is as motivated as I've ever seen him. You just don't want to see intelligence go out the window, because for sure, Charlie Leary is a well-schooled and very skilled martial artist.
He certainly hurt Leary there, and Leary's trying to regroup and throw punches of his own. Good combination there from Crosbie, and then followed up with that elbow that he throws so well. Kiefer Crosbie might not want to hear it, but Charlie Leary is tough, all right. And he throws a right hook there and then a straight right. What a terrific opening round this is.
Just when I was gonna say I'd like to see some head movement there from Big Daddy Keith, he goes to the takedown. Leary gave him his back. If he can climb here, he might be able to get something going.
Leary turns. Fantastic action in this opening round. Right hand from Leary, and he hurt Crosbie, and Crosbie's covering up, and he's in massive trouble. Hammer fits there from Leary, looking for the finish, looking for the big surprise. Charlie Leary, the tough guy from Watford, unloads here on Crosbie, who is hanging on. Crosbie's in desperate trouble here, but Leary just can't finish him. Not now anyway. Still over a minute to go in round one.
That fight was seconds away from being stopped. How tough is Kiefer Crosbie?
He's gonna need to be tough again here. Crosbie looks over at his corner. He's cut and he's marked, and Leary has become his nightmare. If Leary can keep his cool here, he'll fancy finishing it, but Crosbie fights back.
Don't grab that cage.
Todd Anderson stopping Leary from grabbing that cage for leverage. What an opening round. This is one for the ages. Has Crosbie recovered his senses? He needs the next 30 seconds here.
And Kiefer went for that leg lock entry. He used it to stand up. That was really smart. He had a heel hook on tap, but he is eating punch after punch here. Charlie Leary all over him.
Crosbie's almost out on his feet here, and Leary goes for the finish again. And Todd Anderson's looking, and I think the seconds tick away, and they're just going to save Crosbie. Just 10 seconds more, Chris, and that's over.
An unbelievable round. How crazy was that? Charlie Leary was just chasing after Kiefer Crosbie, who was nearly out on his feet. Let's take a look at some of the trades there. For sure, Crosbie came out and really started to find some momentum, not only with that right hand, but the elbows as Leary was holding on to the single. But I talked about the boxing of Charlie Leary. You can't sleep on it. The uppercut, there the right, and Crosbie, I think, was in some serious trouble here up against the fence. Reaching down there to try to grab a takedown, he ran straight into a knee. But you cannot question the heart, grit, and determination of Kiefer Crosbie, because those were some punishing shots, and that fight was seconds away from being stopped. Here we get to see Charlie Leary again, just working the combinations. And for sure, Kiefer Crosbie was in some serious adversity there.
Crosbie has had a minute to recover. He's getting a bit longer as well, and oh, he wants to look at the cut. Todd Anderson's called the doctor now. If it's not called off because of it, this is all helping Kiefer Crosbie.
I completely agree. More time to clear the cobwebs, slow down the breathing for sure. Let's take a look at it here.
Swollen the eye, he said no. He said no. They've called it off. Charlie Leary doesn't agree with this either. And look, he's saying straight away, this sport is fantastic. Charlie Leary is pure class. He's got the win, but straight away he says, brother, we'll do it again. And you have to take the doctor's word. He looked at the eye and he didn't like it. Swollen up with the cut underneath. And in a way, Leary gets the finish that he almost deserved in round one because of his boxing, but he gets it in a way he wouldn't have wanted here, Chris.
Absolutely. I don't want to call it anticlimactic because that was absolutely bananas, but what's happened here is the doctor was called in, he's given advice to the referee, and the outcome is the outcome. But boy, what a firefight that was.
It was truly a firefight, and they will do it again, I'm sure, and you'd like to see it almost straight away, but did Kiefer Crosbie underestimate Leary? Maybe. But you know what, after what happened against Tim Wilde, and huge respect, by the way, to Tim Wilde, who's another class act, but Charlie Leary maybe deserved that. It's a big, big win for him, and at least it gets him another big fight, because this will headline again, no question about that.
Yeah, that fight absolutely sells itself. You got 5 minutes of highlight reel there to pull from in the promos. No doubt about it. Charlie Leary was just, I think, on the right end of the punches and on the right end of controlling things with the ground and pound and the grappling and the clinch. Kiefer Crosbie just kept walking onto those power shots, and for sure, nobody wanted to see it end this way, but hey, we got something to look forward to, I think, Dave.
I think we have. Of course you feel for Kiefer Crosbie, but he will come again. We can make it official, and we can get to Craig Stephen. What a fight. 5 minutes of pure class, pure drama.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, referee Todd Anderson consults the ringside doctor and stops the contest at the end of round number 1. The winner by TKO, doctor stoppage from England, Charlie Leary.
Charlie Leary, 9-1-7 himself with a massive win and a fight that I am quite sure we'll see again.